Good morning, Engineer Mendoza, and thank you for joining us today. We are conducting an interview regarding our chosen topic, manufacturing engineering. In this interview, we would like to know your thoughts on the evolution of the industry, the challenges you faced in your career, and how manufacturing engineering contributes to the societal innovation. We'll also explore how emerging technologies are shaping the field and skills future engineers need to succeed.
Start, could you share a bit about your background, such as the school you graduated from, the degree you earned, and what sparked your interest in manufacturing engineering?
Thank you for that. To share my background, I'm a graduate of BS Manufacturing Engineering in Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila way back 2017. Um, what interests me in the field of manufacturing engineering? Actually, to tell you honestly, guys, this is not my first choice. My first course choice. The course that I wanted to pursue is BS Architecture, but it so that happened since PLM is a state university. Um, I joined or I enrolled computer engineering in during my first year, but due to some circumstances after my third year and first semester, I transferred to manufacturing engineering. Then I tried to pursue it at first. I don't really like the course, but before I graduate, like 2 semester before I graduate, um it came this thought from a professor came to me that I should try to teach because he saw a potential in terms of teaching in the manufacturing field. So that's why I pursued manufacturing engineering as my career also.
Okay po, thank you po. So next question po. What inspired you to pursue a career in this field and what has been the most rewarding aspect of your work?
For that, the reason that I pursue this career as well is because of the academic side. I was actually teaching for quite a while now, since 2018. So this would mark my seventh year of teaching also. Then what inspired me the most is when I see my students graduate. It's somehow um a part of me feels like a parent also that I'm proud of their achievements, and I was a part of the struggle as well. I'm also the struggle there. Part of um, I was part of the struggle and I'm also a struggle for them. And the most rewarding part is that whenever I see them marching on the stage, it really what do you call this? There's some kind of joke that comes into my mind that the parents would also see me crying with them. So that's actually the rewarding part because somehow without thank yous, even without thank yous, you're helping them and you're being part of their life, their career life, that they are eventually succeeding, they're eventually achieving their goals, personal goals, career goals. And you were also there.
Do you consider your job as a profession, a mission, a passion, or a vocation po? And why po?
For me, it's a mixture of everything that you said, the profession, the mission, the passion, and the vocation. Because for me, actually, I work 2 to 3 jobs. The third job is just come and go. So the first job that I have is a process improvement manager. So I do consider that as a mission and vocation because um when we do when I do process improvements audits or gap analysis within a company, I'm also thinking or tailor fitting a way on how to develop or how to optimize those processes. But the second job that I have, which is for me, I cannot leave that anytime soon. I can change my full-time job, but I cannot really leave my part-time job. My part-time job is a college professor in Pamantasan ng Lungsod ng Maynila. So I'm also a college advisor or the course advisor of Society of Manufacturing Engineering. I was the first manufacturing engineering pure blood, what they say, pure blood manufacturing engineering professor there way back 2017. So with those four categories that you stated, a profession, mission, passion, and vocation, that's all in those four categories are all in one for me in terms of teaching. Passion in a sense because you cannot pursue teaching if you don't have the passion. If I'm feeling down or something like that, I don't have the energy to face the students. In terms of vocation, it's a vocation for me in a sense because what do you call this? I really do a lot of personal teachings or uh what do you call this? Experience sharing for the students. So I'm not only teaching the academic side, but I'm also guiding them um towards the corporate life. So it's somehow a vocation. A mission is that during their first year, I am not with them, but I'm also the advisor. But even so, I'm trying to guide them in some ways through the higher years or through the officers, and eventually when they go to to their second year life, sophomores, third year, fourth year, and even fifth year or 6 years, if they would be extended in school. So because we do have that trend in college, we tend to extend if it's needed. So it's a mission for me to um step up or level up the number of graduates for manufacturing engineering. From the course manufacturing, we also manufacture talents. So we do see, or I try to see the beauty in each student. So it's a mission for me to make them feel that they're important, that they are not lost in terms of in their lives, because we tend to have that kind of thinking that I'm not for this course, I'm not for this career. So I was there. I'm talking to them individually whenever they're coming up to me, or they do want to talk to me for a career coaching, study coaching, or even they do want to open up their needs, not financial, but more on the psychological needs. I'm trying to give all of that. So it's my mission to guide those students as well on a personal level. So the vocation is on the academic level or the career side, and mission on the personal side. But lastly, the profession side, the profession side for me is interconnected with passion, because actually in part-time teaching you are not earning that much, so it's a profession, it's a honorable profession for us, but it's not about the money, it's about guiding them, but and also extending your efforts, but not really earning that much, because we're bounded by different contracts or so. So for me, this is a profession because you're a collegiate professor, but also I am exercising, or I am gathering different what do you call this? Different experiences from outside jobs or from external jobs. Then I am teaching the students of what I have been learning from the outside. So that would be my answer for that.
And what are the advantages and disadvantages of this program and working as a manufacturing engineer?
So for me, actually, this is quite a good question, because they always say that manufacturing engineering is like industrial engineering. Is it a part of mechanical engineering? But in today's trend, manufacturing engineering is what I can say, one of the booming courses for now. It's here in the Philippines, it's just a course, it's a booming course, But for different countries, it's actually a high demand job, manufacturing engineering, because on current day, we tend to automate everything, mass produce everything because of the continuous needs of the people. So as an advantage there, here in manufacturing engineering, the study the course outline or the course curriculum, what we call, is actually quite a little bit of everything. So we can be called jack of all trades. We can be part of the operations, the supply chain, logistics. We can also work on the medical field as a biomed, maintenance, building engineer, safety, etc. We can also work in construction, in the construction side. We can also work in purchasing, distribution, um, deliveries, etc. So there's a lot of opportunities here for manufacturing engineering. Also in the corporate side, if we tend to work on the office base, it's allowed. We can also dive into that. As a disadvantage, um, the number one disadvantage that I faced during the time that I graduated in 2017 is it's not a known course. Nobody really knows this course. But on current day, since way back then, we only graduated as two on the mid-sem, then additional 20 something students during the commencement date. So we're quite few way back then. So we're called the pioneering batches. So eventually we tend to job hop. Then once the current batches that are taking OJT have we have this what we call network. We have a small network wherein when we arrive at a certain company, there would be some HRs that would be telling them, "Ah, kilala mo si ganito. Do you know this person?" When we because he's also a graduate of manufacturing engineering in PLM. So the tendency is I would try to reach out to that person. Then it would become a family or something that eventually, even the gap of the batches is 5 or 6 years, they tend to help each other. So that's a part of recognizing talent. So that's why I also appreciated the previous graduates. They always tend to come back and say thanks to our chairperson. They always come back to give inspirational speeches to the first years and also generally for graduating, for mid years, etc. And also we are in our course, we are also encouraging everyone not to stereotype, because how do I say this, majority of us in manufacturing engineering are not perfect students. We're not really top notchers, but we are open to the thought of, when you fail, it's not the end. Just stand up. So that for us, that would be that would be some of the advantage. Disadvantage in terms of in the eyes of the others, but advantage because when we adapt to those kind of thinking, we have the tendency of not being anxious of failure, else finding solutions to everything. Then, yeah, I think that would be it for that question.
Can you describe the work-life balance in this profession?
Personally, work-life balance for me, I cannot say that I do really have a work-life balance because I tend to overwork a lot because my schedule is actually a 9 to 6. I'm working on full time, 6 to 9 every day. I'm currently handling all of the groups of thesis in manufacturing. So there's a total of 13 groups, and imagine that schedule. Then on Saturdays, I tend to conduct face-to-face classes for 7 a.m. up to 4 p.m. Then the rest is consultation as well. So that's my weekdays. But as a balance, they always ask me, how do I manage this time that I have, little time that I have? I tend to watch K-dramas, watch movies. I tend to do handicrafts. Actually, right here by my side, I have my beads. I'm doing some crafting. It somehow suits me on how to uh distress. Then also I do have a social life as well. I frequently go out with some friends. Yeah, so I think it's a balance if you have 200 hours a week.
Would you recommend your career to students to pursue, and what advice would you give them?
Would I recommend it? Yes, as always. I do recommend people to pursue manufacturing engineering because it opens a lot of doors for us. We're not seeing things on present state. Else, I am visualizing things for the future run. Because in this course or in this career, we are not limited to working 8 to 5. We're not forever employees. We are also teaching the sense of the part of our career as something that we can also build a business and be financially independent later on. I myself, I'm not really financially independent, but at least the fields that I can jump into because of what manufacturing engineering teaches me, I can go all wherever. I've been in the hospital field. I partially I exercise the part of manufacturing engineering on the and safety side, also the infectious side, biomed side, etc., and the processes. I've been to the warehousing industry. I've been to supply chain, to logistics, and now I'm part of a finance company. It's quite a far approach, but I like the challenge because finance is my what do you call this? My Waterloo. So I'm trying to challenge myself on how to excel on the process improvement of the uh processes inside a finance company. So I do really suggest them to also pursue this career. And also on another side, there's a lot of trainings that can enrich our what do you call this? Our core theories that we are learning from college. Then with those trainings and also the shadowings and coachings, you can strive to your career. So at least in manufacturing engineering field, we can be versatile as well.
For the question po, what do you think are the key skills and qualities needed to succeed as a manufacturing engineer?
Yun. Sige. Thank you. Key skills and quality that's needed for a manufacturing engineering to succeed. Number one is communications. How you communicate with with every person that you meet is very much important because how you talk to one person is not the same treatment or the same uh way of talking that you need to talk to another person. You tend to treat them equal, but the way you talk or the language or the intonation that you would be using to another person or for each person should be different because we do have a tendency to be, what do you call this, to be sensitive in a way. We do have different interpretations on how do we understand things. So that's number one, communication skills. Number two, essential leadership skills. For student leaders, you already know that. Number three, I think, is stress and conflict management. Stress and conflict management because let's face it, we would experience or we would pass by a lot of stress through our lives and also the conflicts because we have to face different persons every day. So aside from those, actually, one key point thing is one key point skill that you guys should also acquire if you want to pursue manufacturing engineering is being analytical. Don't see things in a linear perspective or just a straight line perspective. Always check on things around because there's a lot of factors or hindrances that could go along the way. So in line with that, also be versatile on how to adjust on things. How do you call this in Pokemon? If you guys know Dito, the gooey guy. So Dito, actually, in manufacturing engineering field, we tend to be Dito because we always adjust to different circumstances. We tend to mask problems in a good way, but create a solution on another part or another view. So that's why I am recommending manufacturing engineers to study or to develop an analytical way of thinking, also critical thinking. So that's two different thoughts, but it can be joined into one if I would recommend this qualities. Also, maybe I would limit it to five. The number five would be sensitive. Sensitive by not being when someone get mad at you, you would cry. Be sensitive for people or on people uh in your environment because you need to adjust or you need to maintain the relationships around because we need to in Filipino we call this pakikisama. This pakikisama is called this pakikisama is about um you're maintaining your relationships with them in a good way, you're taking care of them, and you're also working professionally with them. Because when you climb up in the corporate world, always remember that you also come from the start. So I say pakikisama that because don't have the tendency or don't have the trait that when you rise up to that ladder or that field, you would step you're don't treat other people as you're below or underneath or something na mas mababa, something like that. So the thought of that is treat them with respect, pakikisama and respect. So that would be the number five quality or skill that I want to imply here in manufacturing. So that.
The second to the last question po, how
Mm.
do you see the field of manufacturing engineering evolving in the 5 to 10 years, especially in the Philippines?
I do see manufacturing engineering as one of the top courses here in the Philippines in 5 to 10 years. When I say one of the top courses, it doesn't mean that top notch in terms of board exams because we don't have board exams, but we have certifications on other countries. But when I say one of the top courses, because we can excel on different fields and with the struggles and the experiences we do face first in college and also the struggle on the start of the laddering career, the fear of the unknown, the fear of the unknown in terms of they don't really know the course, but some companies try to give opportunities, but when they see the actual work of those students, those manufacturing engineers, they tend to appreciate it a lot. And I see a lot of those students now working for 1 year or 2 years. They're already supervisors. They're already handling people. With those 2 years, for those students, they already excelled in their career. How much more in 5 to 10 years? So those cultivated talents can um strive on a higher calling in 5 to 10 years. Same as with the students that would graduate soon, that would work in the corporate real soon. So yeah.
For the last question po, what industries or sectors offer the most opportunities for manufacturing engineers today in our country?
When I manufacturing, from the course itself or the career or the job title itself, manufacturing is the one of the widest has one of the widest opportunities. But inside the manufacturing plant, I would say the logistics and the supply chain. That's the top trending um career opportunity nowadays. So Philippines is having a lot of manufacturing related jobs nowadays, but not in Metro Manila. Or it's not really in Metro Manila, because in Metro Manila we tend to have corporate businesses. But when you go outside Metro Manila, you would see a lot of plants, manufacturing companies, etc. Also, a part of that is when you see companies like San Miguel, Coca-Cola, you you would ask a question, why do they have a lot of offices? So those are distribution centers, those are satellite offices. It's also part of the manufacturing field, but on a different aspect. So another job opportunity for manufacturing is sales. Just to open that up. No, that's my answer for that.
We are nearing the end of our meeting, and for us as students, we've gained a deeper appreciation for the challenges, technological advancements, and opportunities in manufacturing engineering. And we feel more informed about the critical roles engineers play in shaping society and the economy.
So, with that said, thank you so much, po, for sharing your valuable insights with us today. Your experience and perspective on manufacturing engineering have been truly enlightening, and we've learned a great deal about the field, po. We appreciate the time you've taken to speak with us, and we are grateful for your contribution to our understanding of this important industry.
Thank you. Thank you rin.
Thank you po.
Thank you so
Thank
much
you.
po.
Okay,
Thank you
sige.
po.
Good luck. Good luck. Galingan nyo.
Thank you po.
Thank you.